Hi, here is Simon speaking of 3dalmanac.com. Today, the last episode of our March Madness 2017 reviews. This is week 6, part 3, and we review the rodents, especially the squirrels of Alessandro AM. So, first let's have a look at the base product. That's Rodents by AM. You need this for the squirrel set first, and it probably is going to be the base for more products to come. At least that's what it looks like. So we won't load anything directly from here. Just to give you an overview what is included here, there is this rodent polymorph base character. There are some poses for the single region, so the hands and the tail, and some reset poses for that. So the actually usable, really usable product that we are looking at is then the first of these rodent sets that came out. So everything looks like that they are going to be more, and that's also how I understood what Alessandro is planning. And this is Squirrels of the Eastern Hemisphere. Let's have a look what's included. We have here the animals you see here. There are different kinds of squirrels. For each of them you have 2 different preloads. It looks like that one is with Fibermesh Hair and the other one is without. We'll have to look at this in a second. And you have the material settings. One's for iRay and one for 3D Light. So let's start and load the European grey squirrel. That's those that are living in Great Britain and are more aggressive than the red ones. You can see this is the one with the look at my hair objects included. And we can now load the second one. It looks like that this is the pure body. You can see here on the left the one with the look at my hair object and the other one without. So before we can render it in iRay, we first have to convert the look at my hair objects, which are here the top ones in this LAMH group, into real fiber mesh. I already did this, but I'm going to these are the lower ones here, the 0 to 6. But I'm going to show you how to do it. It takes some time, so that's why I already did it. So let's open the look at my hair plugin pane. So what's important to know, so if you use 3D Light or only want to export objects, you can do this with a look at my hair player. If you want to create Fibermesh Hair, you need the full plugin. Make sure that this European Squirrel LAMH group, this one, is really selected. The rest should be in the right settings, and then you click on the to object button. So it will ask you if you want to override this group, because it's the look at my hair object that were already there were already in this group. So you can say yes, and then it will send you a pop-up after the creation of each of the 7 objects that it's create. You really have to stay there and click on the alerts, because otherwise it won't continue. So I already did this, as I told you, so now let's start to render. So now you see them here. So one, let's say naked or shaved one on the right side, and the bushy one with the fiber mesh hair now created on the left side. So this looks really nice. Have a look at the details in the fur, but also on the main animal, a lot of nice details. Although the hair on the ears, it's looking really good. So then let's delete those 2 and load more of the others. One quick tip, before you create the Fibermesh hair or the objects, make sure that you have applied the eye material, at least if you want to use eye to the squirrel, otherwise the hair might look wrong and also the eyes might look wrong. So I loaded the pre-washed squirrel into the scene. This is Willow Creek by Stonemason that we have had a look at in the last review to have a nice backdrop, and now I'm showing how we can create real Fibermesh hair if you have the full version of the Look at My Hair plugin. So if you only have the player version, you can only create the objects, which is a little bit lengthy process. Let's see if this is better with the Fibermesh hair. So again, let's open the Look at My Hair pane. And so we now start the Look at My Hair editor. Let me move this into the screen. And then we select, let's do one thing up front. I was told it might be faster by then. Let's go to the bounding box mode. So go to the fiber hair. And then here, export fiber hair. He asks that the group is already there, that's okay. And now it's working. Let's see how long it takes. So the export of the Fibermesh is now completed. This also took almost the same time as the object export, so roughly half an hour, and you have to click some info boxes about this, so this is really a long process. And pretty annoying, but I talked with Alessandro, who is the artist of this, and he told me there is a better version coming up soon of the plugin that should be faster, but at the moment this is a really tedious process. So let's have a look how this looks like. So let's get a render in. So let's zoom in a little bit more. I think we have to turn off the depth of field settings. Now this looks much better. So we are not going to load the other squirrel types right now, so to create the Fibermesh hair and setting everything up is over half an hour of work, so this just takes too long for just showing them now, so I'm sorry about that, but I think the promo images give you the right information how they are going to look like. Now let's have a look at the pose pack that is also sold separately for the rodent and the squirrel set. It comes with a selection of poses, climbing, exercise, you get an idea, and a couple of props that could be used together with them. So let's add some of those props to the scene. So now we loaded two of the objects in question. So you see there are a couple of props available. We loaded two, the pine cone and one of the berries, the red berry. So you see just a couple of nicely made props that are usable for a squirrel scene. So mostly things that squirrels like to eat and hoard and to do whatever, play with it probably also. But I think the main interesting point in this set are the poses. So really let's get started with the poses. So here is the overview. So maybe let's start with the feed me begging pose. So, and now you can see we posed the squirrel but not the Fibermesh hair. Let's see if we can attach the pose to it also, or if you would have to recreate the Fibermesh. Yeah, it looks like that you can't pose them together with the Fibermesh hair. This is really a bit disappointing. Probably it's a technical thing that can't be helped. This means you have to pose the squirrel first, then create the Fibermesh hair. This half an hour process you have to go through, so this is a lot of work. They really look great, but it is a tedious and process with a lot of fiddling. So now I made the Fibermesh hair invisible, so we can have a look at the poses without this shadow hair hanging around. So this is the first pose of Feed Me pose, and see what else we have. You can see here the nice sleeping pose, very well posed. There's a curious pose. Let's try this one out. So, looking curious at some stuff. Try another one. So maybe one of the running poses. So this is also looking very nice, and if you see the different running poses, you could really create a nice series of pictures full of motion, of real playfulness. So let's wrap it up. To sum it up, so Alessandro really created very interesting and unique set, but there are really two faces of the medal here. The good side is these squirrels are really great looking animals. They have a lot of character, as you can already see in this pretty simply posed scene that you see here. They're really one of a kind. I haven't seen something like that here. You can do a lot of interesting stuff with them. And also the render results are really top notch. The other side of the medal is the whole process. At least if you use iRay, I believe it's a little bit simpler for 3D Light, but I haven't tried it because I normally don't use 3D Light. The whole process with iRay is really a pain in the you know where. It takes a lot of time. You've heard 30 minutes per creation of Fibermesh per animal. You have to stay at the computer because you have to click stuff away. It doesn't matter if you do it as objects or as Fibermesh with a full plugin. It's the same thing. They don't pose, so each time you change the post, at least significantly, you have to recreate the Fibermesh hair. You have to really see that you do the process in the right order, apply the materials first, then pose, then create the Fibermesh, then render, and if you do anything wrong, the chances are good you have to start all over. I also had a lot of problems with crashes. I had some files that wouldn't load at all or crash DS when loading, and I had to set up it again, so it's really a difficult process. So I talked with Alessandro because I wanted to be fair to the product, and he told me he's in the process to get a much better solution in the next update of Look at My Hair plugin that makes it a lot easier. And I believe him that at least currently there's no better way to do it. So my tip for you is, if you want to have this great looking characters or animals, and you are someone who likes to fiddle and play around with it and take time to make a great looking render, then this is probably a very good set that is good for you and your needs. If you are more someone who wants to have products that you can load directly from the library and don't have to do a lot and get good results right off the box, you won't be happy with this. So where you fall in this area, you have to know yourself, but I think, or at least I hope, I could give you a good basis for your decision if this is a set for you or not. So thank you for watching. If you liked it, please subscribe our YouTube channel. Please visit us on our social media accounts. We have now accounts on all relevant platforms. I would like it if I could get some feedback on YouTube or in some on the channel, say from you. It's always good to hear what you like, what you didn't like, what we could do for you. Again, thank you for watching and goodbye.